Okay.
We're back.
And better than ever.
I'm Tamara,
I'm Kelly.
and this is
Ghoul Beans.
Guys, you don't know how long we just try to make this equipment work.
Literally. It's very frustrating.
We're in our Halloween location.
We are in a undisclosed location. And we are filming an episode that has nothing to do with where we're at. But let's just say it's not a smart idea.
You just take the headphones off.
No, I don't want to.
You feel safer with them on?
Yeah. Hold on. You talk.
So, when we pulled up to the location, I'm going to say we pulled up to the location and we were scared. And that's has been the story of today. Like, we have been scared. And additionally, girl, we have been trying to record this episode. We were like mustering the courage to record this, and now like all this shit won't work.
We're getting frustrated.
Right.
So we're going to not be frustrated.
Right. It is a frustrating situation.
It's a frustrating situation.
But we're like moving forward.
We're fine. Because who fucking cares? And you know what? I'm sorry for my attitude.
Yeah, I forgive you.
And I love you.
I love you too. I think it's not helping that are we going to talk about last night?
Well, we're going to do the local lore. So let's talk about it during local lore. Because we have to do a whole
I got really lost just now.
We have to do everything we've got fixed perfectly. Everything's great.
Oh my God, we had to heal the power of friendship. Heal from literally nothing. Let's go back to where we were supposed to be.
We're back.
And better than ever.
I'm Callie.
I'm Tamara. Why did my pillow end up over there?
You threw it out of frustration.
We're entering into a roasted and ghosted.
Mm-hmm. And let's roast our equipment real quick.
Just real quick before we get into the coffee. Sick.
Oh my God, I just licked the microphone.
Well, girl.
Literally sick.
I'm going to roast the fact that we have to sit in a certain position and hold the cords a certain way to make it work. And there is no like leaning backwards in laughter because you will affect something.
The thing is the equipment was so nice for so long and like truly upgraded us from what we were doing. Like it
we
was
felt
great.
like DJs.
Yeah, and
we were like professional.
And it's just like it's run its course, and like the cords are just broken now. We just need. Like, we could do with the same equipment, but, like,
what's happening
it just needs
here?
to be updated.
It's the repeat is on.
What do you mean?
It was the repeat was on. Is that normal?
I don't know.
I'm going to leave it.
Cool. Okay, what are we drinking?
We are having Stone Creek coffee in Milwaukee.
It was good.
It was really good.
It's a little special for me because my street name growing up was Stone Creek Circle.
Yeah, tell them that they robbed you.
Yeah, they fucking robbed me. I was going to start a business, and it was going to be whatever it was going to have Stone Creek whatever. And they stole it right out from under me. And worst thing is I fucking love their vibe.
Oh my God. Including the homemade syrups.
Yeah.
The headphones are making it worse. For me.
For me, I can't stop looking in the TV.
Oh, girl, put something on it.
Like what?
Like a towel.
I don't want to go get the towel.
Okay.
I guess there's a towel right over there.
Yeah, it's distracting you too much and you're going to start manifesting things in your brain.
Okay, you're right. And I will do that, so we're not going to.
You don't want to put the towel?
No. I just won't look at it. They had homemade syrups, delicious.
Yes, they had a lot of like pastry. We didn't get any pastries. The pastries look good. The
I
vibe.
could hear the people next to us eating the pastries. They seem to really enjoy
Oh
it.
my god, we're gonna roast and ghost that too.
That could be the
That's
whole fucking episode.
no, honestly, I like it would be cathartic for me. Um, but also they had a vibe that was like spooky adjacent,
Yeah, it was just like it was like, oh,
casually spooky.
yeah, we love learning, we love coffee,
We love
and
bugs and skulls,
yeah.
but in like a casual way.
Yeah, like it wasn't what we would do, but it was like I can really appreciate this about you.
Yeah, like the Ghoul Beans coffee will not be that. That's
No.
a little too subtle.
The Ghoul Beanery.
The Ghoul
TM
Beanery.
TM.
Do not take
Stone
that.
Creek
You actually might have
coffee.
to cut that.
I'm looking at you. Do not.
Stone Creek. I'm talking about these little fuckers might try to steal Ghoul Beanery.
Listen, you 12. Do not. And I repeat, do not.
Yeah, Mom. You better not. Yeah, Judy. Do we want to talk about the incident today at Stone Creek Coffee?
It like really revs me up in a bad way.
Go ahead.
So unfortunately, Milwaukee, it's doing so many things right, but two people in particular are bringing you down. They've smeared the name of Milwaukee.
You want it to be Milwaukee.
I wanted to be Milwaukee so bad. Every Google search that I did today, it's like Milwaukee ghost, Milwaukee haunted.
That's so ugly. Yeah.
I know, and it's like just there's no L. You
No.
can definitely figure that out just by sound.
Mm.
Those silent L's kill me.
And there's so many of them all the time.
No, so these people like were sitting next to us. We're just trying,
They're 40-year-olds.
we are in fact just trying to kind of calm down from being out and about
Mm-hmm.
the night before,
Living it up, being young and turnt.
having some very fun experiences just at our hotel the night before as well.
Mm-hmm.
We're just like, we just needed a moment to collect ourselves, to do some research.
Yeah, we're really on
for
a
you
ghouls trip.
guys. Yeah, we're
TM, do not steal that.
do not. So anyway, we're on a ghouls trip, and they want to fucking ruin it.
Why would you sit 2 tables down in a, let me paint the picture for you, empty coffee shop?
Visualize this with me. Completely empty.
Yeah, and then just a mere 2 tables down they sat.
And they were like short tables. We're not talking like dinner. We're talking cafe tables,
Mhm.
babes.
You thought one of them just got off their shift.
I thought one of them worked at the Taco Hut.
I didn't know why you kept saying that, and then you told me that one of them was wearing a Taco Hut shirt. I'm like, okay, I get it.
She had a Taco Hut shirt and honestly a Taco Hut attitude.
We don't know. The people at Taco Hut could be very pleasant people. These 2 people, I would describe them in short as the most insufferable 45-year-olds you've ever met, and one of them was 49.
It's like if Eeyore was an asshole.
And she made it known. She was like, well, I'm 49.
I'm 49 because I hated my 40s. And we're like, yeah, you hated everything about your life. Of course your 40s were terrible.
They started by having an already elevated tone, one might say.
Oh, yeah. So I don't know how long they were sitting there, but I know at one point, like, I looked up and was like, why are they screaming at me?
They were already speaking in an elevated tone when they sat down. Disrespectful. Once again, what did I say? Empty. There was like people like casually working at like a single table off in the distance, but truly it was empty in there. And then just progressively got violently loud.
Right. And like this is coming from two very loud talkers.
Oh my god, but we know how to be mindful in these situations. Like
To them, we were started to be like, well, this is honestly garbage and they're garbage humans, and they took no notes.
they did, I swear to God, they were not preoccupied with us at all. 2 tables down, they may have heard us say something, but they didn't stay for anything. I mean, no, we'll get to that.
I don't believe humans are that unaware. I know that they were, but in my head, I'm like, they heard us and like got louder on purpose. You know what I mean? Or
We're
remain
gonna-
loud
we're
on
gonna-
purpose.
Refer to them as the tall one and the short one. So the tall one was sitting on the same side as Kelly, and the short one was sitting on the same side as me.
That's why you didn't know that the short one worked at Taco Hut.
Right, and you didn't know that.
The tall one had such a vocal range when describing vomiting.
Oh my god. I like
Guys, so also Tamara and I we drank heavily.
I said young and turned.
Don't make me repeat it. And so I was sitting there and I was like, I think I said to you, I was like, honestly, it's probably, I was like, I don't know if I'm hungover, but I'm just like getting really irritated. Like, I think I just need to calm down. And Tara, like, her eyes opened the size of the moon, the size of 2 oranges. And she was like, no, it's horrible.
I thought I was being a bitch too, because I was like,
Mhm.
you know what? I have still a lingering little headache.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to be chill and calm, and they did and like ruin the vibe. But I am being irrationally upset.
Right. We did really good in the beginning. We were like, this is an us problem. And then we like locked
Well,
eyes.
they fucking were there for 3 hours, and no,
Not-
we won't even. So the tall one would, I'm sorry, the short one would say something. For example, let's recreate a conversation they might have, right?
Okay.
So I'm like, oh my gosh, it's my 5-year anniversary at work. I was hoping they'd get me better stuff.
Well, your work commits genocide every single day. Like, did you know that? And do you actively practice that?
That's how it went.
Which is wild because I thought the short one was actually like the fucking downer.
No, it was the other one. The tall one was anything that the short one would say. The tall one would be like, well, there's people starving in Africa.
And you took their food away personally.
Yeah. She was like, and the short one could not say anything without the tall one being like, well, there's worse things.
That's
And
so
then
funny.
the
I
tall
didn't like
one,
the short one more.
oh my God, I hated the tall one.
They were both horrible
No,
fans.
the tall one, Judy, the tall one would say like, oh, could I will say the short one wouldn't let the tall one say anything about herself.
No,
So
it was consistently
about the short one's
yeah.
life. Oh my God. And then at one point, the tall one started mimicking what it sounds like to vomit from motion sickness multiple times at varying volumes, but nothing less than 100 decibels.
It was horrible, and she kept doing it.
Yeah, because the other one would laugh and giggle.
And
2
like
tables down, empty coffee shop.
she was shaking her face.
She bent down. She bent down. She turned and bent her head down to mimic the motion of vomiting.
It was honestly like making me so mad that I started to feel nauseous.
They would say something, and after hour 1 of them sitting next to us, because they did sit right next to us
the
the entire time. And after hour 1, they would say something, and I'd be like, "Oh, brother,
These guys.
yeah, womp womp." And they would start to they would
Literally.
they would say something, and I'd be like, "Ah!"
We would
Like,
literally
stop.
we would look, be like, is this still happening to us? They didn't care.
I
I
would.
didn't hear.
You would look up, and I'd already be looking at you.
Or like I distinctly remember this one point where like I like it was so frustrating. I was staring at my screen trying to disassociate, but they were like the anchor that wouldn't let me float away. And I was just like looking, but I could see you like put your head down and you like and then you like looked at me and I was like already staring at you from behind my screen. I was like, I'm gonna commit a homicide here today.
It started to be like comical to the point where I was like almost near tears
I was gonna cry.
because it was like so torturous and ridiculous and unnecessary. Stop doing that.
But, I mean.
It was so torturous and ridiculous and unnecessary that I was like, I actually think like it would be so rude if we got up and moved to a different table, but it's not as rude as what they're doing.
I like wish we had just to make the point. And here's the thing, guys. You're like, okay, guys, be adults and leave. Well, we would have, except we had nowhere to go. We were waiting for check-in.
At a hotel.
So, and we could have gone to a different coffee shop, but we had coffee from this place.
We were set up, we were all like, it would have been a whole to do, and we were like, let's just power through. They'll leave eventually.
I thought they were on break from Taco Hut.
You were like the world's longest break.
Literally, I was like, oh, they must be in between shifts.
So at 3:15 when we decided to leave because
We were like, I can't handle this anymore.
we were like, surely they'll let us. We probably could have left at 3. Like, I doubt anybody was. We could have early
Yeah.
checked in, like, probably at noon. Like,
I think Mr. Feeney would have let us come whenever we wanted to.
oh yeah, this place has been made since 1801.
Damn.
And the thing is, we put all our stuff away. We were like, oh my god, the sweet. I literally was going, I can't wait to get to the car.
Oh my, yeah.
They kept psyching us out. They like one would go to the bathroom and be like, oh my god, it's time, and
Yeah.
then they would come back with like pastries or like one would
the
get
way they were chewing. It was the tall one that was chewing with her mouth wide fucking open, and I was like,
she was licking her fingers a lot.
why do you guys lick your fingers? Because honestly, that's the
Jump
grossest,
off a bridge,
most like
sanitary,
unsanitary, and just
uncouth,
like, yeah, like
ill
that's like
mannered.
that is worse than chewing with your mouth open.
It's so ooga booga behavior.
It's so oogaboo. It's so gross. And like,
So we were peacefully putting our things away.
anyway, yeah, sorry.
No, it's okay. You're starting to stew.
Sorry.
Her finger
I was
licking.
thinking of every person I've seen lick their fingers. I'm like, oh, come on, guys, do better. We were putting our stuff away.
Peacefully. I like kept looking at the car like, oh my god.
Yeah.
The sweet relief of getting in the car. I can't wait to check into this place. We got outside. Not one single moment. Not even joking. This is not even. I'm not even exaggerating at all. I'm being. According to ChatGPT, we exaggerate. I'm not exaggerating.
The door literally clicked closed.
And
these assholes
stood up from their chairs. Because we could still see where they're sitting. Started packing up their stuff, and we turned like slow motion exorcist style. Like, are they? The moment the door closed, they stood up to go get their stuff.
So we obviously had a mental breakdown in the car.
We Palo Santo'd in the parking lot of this.
And we needed it.
And I felt better after.
I did.
When we needed to vent, I did want to stand up and scream like a banshee and start thrashing my body around because that's how oversensory I was. I was stimulated beyond.
Seriously, that was the problem because, like, there were a couple times the coffee shop did, like, just naturally fill up with some people, and they were like, we'll match it and put in 10 more. Like, they would get loud and then they would not come back down. So like they kept increasing.
And maybe both of them have hearing problems. I don't know. But the room would quiet for one moment as a natural pause in conversation happens. Kelly's reliving it right now. A natural pause in conversation would happen. It would be dead silent. And then they would go back to, like, right back.
Oh my God. It was horrible.
So they're roasted and ghosted. Fuck those people. I hope I never see them again.
Yeah, and Stone Creek Coffee, you did great. It's not your fault that they came there. And I'm sorry if you have to deal with them.
Also, we never said that Roasted and Ghosted is back for one single episode. It's back for one single episode.
One night only. I don't know the rest of the words.
I thought you were going to sing. Nope, and I don't know the words either. All right.
What are we roasting and ghosting? What's in the roaster today?
Beans.
What kind of beans?
Ghoul Beans. We're going to roast ourselves. We're going to roast and ghost ourselves and the things that we don't like about this podcast. And I don't want to hear y'all's opinion about it. I'm not looking for more. I'm going to keep it down to my succinct list. I'm not trying to hear any other opinions, Mom.
And
that's on the list. So we'll start the scream laughing that we do into the mic.
Was that on the list?
Yeah.
Specifically when it blows out the speaker?
Yeah, and we don't put any warning, and with our lowly equipment, which is also on the list later, with our lowly equipment, we can't like put it back for like make it sound like it's
like I can make it quieter. I cannot make it not sound blown out.
Right. Because once again, we are limited to our pile.
I licked it again.
Stop.
Licking the microphone, it's gotta stop.
It has to be done because we are constantly alternating microphones. Like Tony has used that microphone, Madiel has used that microphone, Sheila has used that microphone.
They're all in my mouth. All their germs are in my mouth now.
I know.
There was a time where that would really make me
I know you've healed.
Spiral.
I know.
Oh, that's what we said. I'm gonna end that other conversation with they brought out our unhealed selves.
Oh my god. I know. You were like, I'm unhealed now. I like, oh yeah, we were started talking about, like, I was like, I'm going to have to call my therapist.
I like reverted back to a terrible human being. I liked the scream laughing one.
When I listen to this podcast again, I go, why the fuck? Nothing we've ever said is so funny that we need to scream.
I think that's a lie. And when I listen to podcasts, I think it's really funny when I hear laughing, but like if every time someone laughed, it blew out. And I'm talking about myself. It's me.
No, you can talk about me.
Well, it's really my laugh that blows it out the most.
I have one big, like, I have one that's like
I
a,
love your laugh. I love when you do your scream laugh.
there's a scream, there's like a, and then there's a, like a one quick one.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, those, and I'm like trying to pull the mic back. Like,
you do a good job. I don't. I lean into it. It goes into my mouth.
Kelly's deep throating the mic sometimes. Like, jaw unhinged laughing. You don't care. You're like, fuck them.
I do care. Every time I see there's a picture, there's a lot of pictures from my wedding where I'm laughing. I am the ugliest creature. My least favorite animal is me laughing in a picture.
Well, can we get into it?
Please.
I was the only, I would argue, person at your wedding that remembered at all times that there are cameras. All of my pictures eat. I ate every single one of you hoes up. I'm talking to you, bridesmaids.
I was excuse me.
No, you had the nice pictures. Go back and look at y'all's tagged pictures. Because I sure did. I'm roasting and ghosting y'all. I literally, it did not leave my mind at any moment that there was cameras. They're funny, though, because they were like, I know I look ugly in a lot.
No, you're just saying.
I promise you. Ask Sheila right now. Call Lauren.
I'm not going to.
Confirm.
Oh my god.
What do you want to do? One off your list?
Yeah. The irregular postings.
Oh, inconsistency.
Yeah. It's just like
that stings.
The most Sagittarius thing of us is that we can keep to a schedule.
I can't be
We're
convinced
so
to do it either because
no one's paying me.
Thank you. On my list at number 2 is that it's a money pit. How much money have we spent this weekend to make $0?
And like it's not even like we're like performing free for a ton of fans. We're not even doing it for the art for our fans. Like we're doing it
for us
ourselves
and our 7 fans.
Yeah.
Who are either related to us or married to us.
Right, they literally listen because they have.
Oh my god, dude!
Why
Don't get me started. Right.
What are we
literally, look
doing?
at the piece of shit equipment we forced. Look at the desk that we have our equipment on. You guys need a visual of this.
Are we like? Are we disbanding?
Thanks for joining. Let's spill it. The last Ghoul Bean. I have on my list that it's a money pit because not only that's why we post so inconsistently because guys, people are like, what the fuck? Why am I listening to this?
You don't have to tell me this stuff.
No wonder this only has 30 views.
Why? It's a hobby.
You know what? We could like whittle tree bark and it would be free. Like we can't say that.
How many spears do you need? You know what I mean?
And the way, no,
finish it.
It goes into my third point. The poor quality. It's a money pit that does not sound good all the time.
I think most of the time. Most of the time.
I would. What percentage would you say?
Since we got these mics, I would say like 80% of the time it sounds pretty
20
good.
is a big percentage to not be. We have 51 episodes. 20% of those episodes are not good. Not that they're not good. It's just like, to be quite honest, the mics get fucked up, or we leave a knob on, or like we speak too close or too far from the mic. Like the quality.
Yeah, what are you gonna do?
We're literally disbanding right now.
I have that we have one comment on YouTube, and it's from at Kala Casera 1031, and she says, "No wonder this only has 30 views."
Damn. She truly chewed us up. That is so funny. It's on a, might I add, like a semi-good episode.
Right, it's not like one of the ones that are poor quality.
It's
It's
from
quite rude.
I'm scared of mold and ghosts. And she commented that she's the only comment.
Cause y'all ain't
Kala?
commenting.
No.
You gotta comment.
Yeah, no wonder it only has 30. Guys,
Come
comment on
back,
my shit.
Yeah. That's so funny.
Yeah, Kala ate us up on that one. No collabs other than people we already know. Which leads me to my next point. When we talk about things that the audience has no idea about and we speak about memories they weren't a part of.
That's true. We really have to get better at explaining things. Or like, we'll be
I'll be like, they don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
Oh, I'm gonna do one that goes right into that. It's when we ask Luz or Matt something off, and like you can't hear them, and we don't say what they say.
No. And you leave it in. The choice to leave it in is so funny to me. I'm like, you don't even care.
We talk. I do care.
You want them to know.
Do you know how much I have to edit? It's just like we talk so fast with no breaks, and then we reference shit so often that if I leave that out, I have to cut like 40 minutes because
I know.
of
Okay.
us.
So that's what I was saying. I was like, that's what I meant. I was like, you don't care if we can't hear them because there's no not leaving them in there. Because I have thought that too. I was like, damn, if she didn't leave that in there, we would have no content because we were talking about what Matt just said.
So
And even though he spoke like this,
because
he's across the room.
We don't even offer the mic.
Sometimes I like turn it to your shadow made me almost shit in this chair. I'm not even kidding you. It almost shot straight out. Yeah. So when we talk about things that the audience is not a part of or know about or heard of before that moment or can't hear or speak to somebody off screen.
And we don't explain anything.
Mm-hmm.
That's really funny. Are we just like
your turn?
Really bad at that?
Yeah. No, who is saying we're really good podcasters? I've never said that. I don't claim that.
People
I know
like
my
us.
role.
I said the way this all leads into each other. The way that we have this podcast, and like I am hell bent against experiencing anything. Like I don't want to do it. I kind of don't want to talk about
I
it.
literally almost put that down. I'm like, I think that would be cutting a little too close to home.
No. And then I put, actually, the way we started this goddamn podcast by saying, like, we're not Ghostbusters. Who you gonna call? Not me. Cut to us sitting in this fucking hotel room.
Still, I'm not, busting? Hell no. We've never busted a single one.
Okay, ghost hunting.
We never said we wouldn't do that.
I think it was implied at the beginning.
It wasn't explicit.
And you know what? That's on me for not clarifying. So I understand, but
yes, I was gonna go by list. I'm like, you love this but hate it.
I love hearing the stories.
You can't make a podcast of just hearing.
I love even the research. It is what we're doing right now.
You want to stop taking trips? Is this how you tell me you're like, I don't want to go anywhere anymore?
No, I want to take trips. I just like my heart palpitates.
We didn't tell them. We're alone right now. It's just me and Kelly. There's no stagehand. There's no PA helping us out.
There's no safety in numbers.
No, it's just the two of us.
We can make it if we try.
That's on my list too. Breaking into song because nobody signed up for that.
Nobody signed up for that, and also technically, all those songs are probably copyrighted, and we could get in trouble.
Yeah, and we've sang way over 10 seconds of songs. Probably entire songs.
Technically, if I'm covering a song, that's different.
Yeah.
That's me.
What? We never said it was our song. It's Missy Elliott's song. No, that's a cover.
Okay, great.
The fact that this is an Alka podcast.
Alka podcast kills me. It fucking kills me. That cuts closer to home than the other thing. Because I swear to God, it's an accident every time I cover. It's not my fault he fucking drapes all over the goddamn
Kelly's
Midwest.
horny for Al Capone.
You
It's
know, I
just
did.
like everything that Kelly does for this podcast, she has to actively root around to not pick Al Capone.
It's not my fault.
Every time, like she'll be in the middle of telling it, she'll be, "Oh my God, how does this one sound?" And then read me something, and she goes, "Never mind." Because or like you'd be like, so what I have today, Al Capone was there, but you know,
It's
it's
just
a
a part of the
rumor. You don't
story.
know.
We were joking earlier that he was like 90% of what he was doing was commuting. 'Cause he had places all over this bitch.
He couldn't he was never at Lake Superior, guys. Stop. Like he wasn't. He wasn't. Stop doing that. Everybody everywhere in the Midwest. I'm roasting ghosts in the Midwest. Everywhere in the Midwest wants to claim a piece of Al Capone. And I'm gonna say something controversial. Who gives a fuck?
I don't say that.
I
I
don't
wouldn't
care.
say that here.
No, but controversial opinion, I don't care.
Okay, and that's fair. And like, I'd love to roast this further. I just don't know that it's smart where we're sitting right
And we're
now.
back to point number 7.
Coincidentally, it's an alcohol podcast.
Once more.
It was an accident.
I know.
And this one, I didn't pick this, guys. We jointly were like, this is a good idea.
And then later found out. That's the thing, though. When if you don't deep dive into the depths of something, you won't find Al Capone.
Which, to be fair, probably should have done that before we booked the room.
Right.
Nah.
But we did do research on it. It wasn't in the research. And then
It wasn't. A lot of stuff was in the research, which it was a pretty easy find for me to find all this other stuff. But that's okay. It's fine.
no, it's fine. You see again, poor quality.
Mine is that bitching hour is not flushed out, and we changed it from roasted and ghosted to bitching hour because roasted and ghosted wasn't flushed out. But instead of changing up what we do, we just changed the
And we got away with it too. And nobody said a damn thing because we have 7 people that listen to this podcast. I like it.
I don't even know what it is.
Roasted and ghosted was the exact same thing, except we weren't always roasting in something. We were just bitching. So we're like, let's just fucking call it bitching hour.
I like it too, and I like just complaining. It's when we don't know what we're doing. It's so funny.
Yeah. I mean, those episodes are some of the funniest episodes, though.
I cut too close to you, and I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. You didn't cut too close. I just lovingly disagree. I don't think it should be on the list.
I just hate you and everything you stand for.
No! You're doing it to me. You're projecting. I didn't say that or feel that way. This might cut a little too close to both of us. We're adults in sheets.
No, that doesn't cut me at all.
It
That's
doesn't?
like common.
And then, oh no, I had an addendum or an amendment. We are adults in sheets, and we have the nerve to be angry when anything is like pink Halloween or mentions the word ghoul. Girl, sometimes I look back and I'm like, oh my God, bitch, get over it. You don't have a trademark. You don't post
No.
consistently. There was one. We don't even have to go there.
Cappuccino Casper
Bitch. And where are they now?
disbanded
Girl, where are we now?
on the verge.
That's what happened. They were like, let's get fucking real.
This is honestly just a performance review. We need to get on a step plan.
Yeah. We were like, I think we're like, do we hate this podcast? The thing is, no.
I love this.
I literally love this, and it's like it's such a funny little hobby that we have, and that we get to like hang out. We get to do spooky stuff, which we like spooky stuff. But I think also it is so much, and it takes up so much time.
I will say that this weekend, truly just like yesterday, was just some of the most fun we've ever had. And like, that wouldn't have happened without this podcast.
Right.
Maybe. It could have happened. We find ourselves on adventures, but it had to happen because
I like can't wait to talk to you guys. Oh my God, that's on the list too. In a future episode.
and we have ADHD and it's unchecked and no one's writing down anything. We never talk about it again.
never talk about it again, or we just talk about it. We'll be like, okay, we'll talk about this later, and then I guess we meant later in the episode. We just talk about it then.
By later, I mean right after I'm done with this.
And because we get so excited about what we want to say, like the fact that we can't talk about what happened last night.
The fact that we're listening, we're not doing it because we're growing. This is a reflection. I'm talking with the man in the mirror.
I'm telling him he's gonna change his ways. He has to change his ways. This one's kind of funny. Do we review coffee? No.
Do we not?
Not really. It's our name is Ghoul Beans, and maybe 0.01% of this episode, the episodes, are coffee reviews.
You want it to be a bigger part?
I feel like honestly, it's false advertising. Like, we literally are just like, it was fine. And anyway,
always it's
like a lure.
It was good.
No, not always. Sometimes it's shit.
Oh my god, whatever we drank last week on its own.
The Door County Brownie Batter Cold Brew.
Oh. Yeah,
I'll never
bad
forget.
it was.
Nah, I don't remember shit about. That's another thing. We'll be like, I don't know what that's called or where it's from or where I saw it. Do you know that thing? And I'll be like, yeah. And they don't know what the fuck we're talking about.
I'm gonna pee everywhere.
Like, what?
Listen,
We should have. Oh my god.
we need a third. We need someone, and not like a host, but we need like someone to keep us on. Like,
Well, we're certainly not getting paid, so we have to.
Who
So,
also wants?
Are you an 18 to 25-year-old who needs an internship? I'm willing to sign off. Unpaid. But you could try the coffee.
You're
gonna review the coffee.
You tell us what it's like. Actually, this is a great idea. ZipRecruiter.
ZipRecruiter. I'm gonna staple signs to telephone poles. That's more on brand for us. Pull this little number down. Well, I have a job for you. You don't get paid and there's no benefits.
Those sketchy signs that are like, I'll buy your house and sell it for you. That's gonna be us.
Yeah, it's gonna be like the election signs.
Need
Ever
an
heard of
intern?
Ghoul Beans?
Do you want?
They're like, no. Oh my god. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Wait.
that one episode only got 30 views. Sarah,
you stupid bitch. We said Alka podcast, but I wanted to also mention at least 5 separate podcasts 5 separate episodes have Al Capone mentions.
no.
That's from just like the description and what we remember. Like, there's probably more.
I was the one that did all the Al Capone too, right?
Mhm.
That's
I've
so
never done an
funny.
Al Capone one other than the Valentine's Day Massacre, which was about Al Capone. I think you would like
Oh
have
my God.
something
I
like.
think I also, when you did the Valentine's Day Massacre, I did Lions Pub thing or whatever that's called,
Mhm.
and that was for Al Capone.
Yeah,
and
it was like an
then
Al Capone episode.
The Congress was Al Capone.
Not all of it. He happened, but that's what we're talking about. Like, it's an Alka podcast because we're in the Midwest, and if he ever had existed
Alka
anywhere,
podcast. We should rebrand.
no, for some reason I'm like resistant. I can't. Like, it's honestly, anytime you bring it up, I'm like, oh brother.
not Al Capone.
Like, again, dude.
It's always the same. It's like,
Little water.
it was a perfect place to stash his goods, so he made it into a gambling hall and prostitution.
Oh,
Same
story.
No wonder they caught you. You had the same MO.
Also, I think maybe he hired a bunch of people to pretend they were him.
That'd be genius.
Because why the fuck? If anyone had ever thought maybe they could have met him, he was suddenly everywhere.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying?
Were pictures like a lot? Was photography doing really well during this time? Because like
You meant were there picture was photography existed?
because maybe if it
Yeah.
wasn't, people were just like, I'm Al Capone. They're like, I met him.
I bet you.
Yeah, Because if it wasn't like
This is turning into an Alka podcast right now. It's like actually turning into
conspiracy theories. Listen, he's a Chicago famous guy. He's famous everywhere in the Midwest.
I feel like we could go to Tucson and they would be like, and did you know?
And fun little fact.
If you look right down there, there is a 10-foot pit that none other than Al Capone put his cocaine in. He didn't do that. It wasn't cocaine, and he's never been to Tucson.
There are so many more questions after you just clarified all. What was it?
Alcohol, prohibition.
Oh, I was thinking about the pit in Tucson. And I was like, if it wasn't, what was it? If it wasn't cocaine.
Guys, would you rather be choked alone? It was me. Would you rather be choked alone or in a, what is it, 7-foot pit?
I can't remember.
What did you guys pick? I never want to be in the pit. Maybe in the pit. You know.
Hit him with the chair.
Give him the chair. Pick number 3, my lord. I love Shrek.
Spiraling. Was that all you had?
Oh.
I'm out. I'm just adding on to what comes up. There's a lot.
The titles do not indicate to anyone what the episode is about whatsoever. So if they ever wanted to no, they're from the episode. They don't always indicate.
You know what? And I don't mind that. It's more the descriptions. I'm like, why didn't I say what we talked about?
No, sometimes I feel like they should get it. Like, if you're going to be in a listen... Here is another thing. We want to dictate who listens to us.
I don't care who listens. It's
I
more
do.
just like, you need tougher skin if you're going to listen.
No, you can listen if you're a hateful whore, but I'm going to roast you. You're going to hear about how I love... I almost said something really graphic, and I'm not going to. I withheld. I'm growing, and I'm learning.
You're healing. The earth is healing.
God. Okay, this isn't even on the list anymore. I'm just thinking of them as I go now.
Throw up.
It's this thing that we do. This.
No, this is the money, baby.
They're not following.
They love it.
Says who?
I've heard people
Sarah?
say.
I'm about to say something fucked up again. The lack of footage we have of anything.
What? Why do we need footage?
We have a social media.
Yeah. Yeah. We're figuring it out. We're still
Year
in the
3,
beta
maybe.
stage.
We're year 2, well into.
Yeah.
So maybe year 3.
Maybe year 3. Technically, this is year 3. So maybe
Right.
by the end of year 3.
Yeah.
I bet. Would you guys like to see our faces? We're beautiful. I wonder if we were like, whatever the good thing of roasted, poured, cultivated, and resurrected. Like, would we have this many good things to say about our podcast?
Yeah. Is any of that going to stop me from using this piece of shit equipment and
No.
throwing my money in that pit? No.
100% not.
No.
This is so fun.
And so financially irresponsible.
And here we are.
With our equipment on a suitcase. If we ever... Never mind. We love saying that too. Put that on the list.
You
I
didn't
didn't say
bring me
anything.
along.
No, I will. Hang on. Give me a second. I was just like, a burp was also working up. That we're like, oh, well, if we ever get to a point,
Oh.
I'm like, girl, you have to do a lot of things to get to that point.
All the things we're not doing.
Right. C'est la vie, as my friend Kelly always says.
C'est la vie. You know what? Honestly, I think we've got a great little list of things to work on.
Yeah, but I think it's self-improvement.
Yeah. I think this was good. I think everyone could use a little roasting in their lives. Do me next.
No.
No. The way you just said that makes me think there's literal problems. Do me next.
I don't want to get roasted because then it would have to be fairsies and I'm sensitive.
It literally doesn't have to be Pharisees, and I'm also sensitive.
I mean,
Oh no, I'm scared. Don't do it.
I was
I'll
gonna,
cry.
that. I'm gonna roast that. That's what the fuck I'm gonna roast. If you're like, no, let's do it, and then it's like, actually, no, you just do it, and then it's just like, never mind, neither of us are gonna do it.
At least I stopped you. At least I didn't say like. I didn't let you do it and then cry and be like, "You've hurt my voice."
I would actually go sleep in that tub. I would be like, we need a friendship moment. Like, I can't, y'all. Ew, there's no way to, like, kindly wake me up from that tub.
Turn
in
on
the
the water.
in the situation. You better not.
You dirty.
I don't even think the water turns on. I think he, like, made a joke about it.
I don't think so. I think he
We're
was trying
doing-
to insinuate that he was like, and this is for you lovers.
No, he doesn't think we're lovers. He does not
I think he was trying to be chill. I think he was like, lesbians.
No
That's
way.
normal.
Oh, he thought it was weird that we're sharing a bed for sure. Oh, maybe he did think we're lovers because we got the room with the tub. Well, no, well, sir, it was the only one available. I think I literally. Do you remember when we walked in and the smell of the food was really strong?
Yeah.
I think he was choking on his fumes from the kitchen.
Oh man, I hope he's okay.
He's fine. He doesn't think. He's not like, oh, these are normal people.
That's okay. If you would roast us,
don't.
please don't.
And if you have anything you want us to bitch about, because this is the only roast and ghosted you're gonna get, I'll happily bitch about anything. We've said it before. I'll say it again.
Yeah. Keep listening for the Halloween special. You'll figure out where we are currently right now, recording live. Recorded, so not live.
It was recorded.
Live. I'm sitting right here.
All of them are recorded live.
Exactly.
Ghoul Beans, live.
Recorded.
In tiny, tiny, tiny fine print.
Yeah.
The pre-recorded live show.
So just like DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, or
with
email us or
stories.
something.
ghoulbeanspodcast@gmail.com. Join in. Spooky episodes are coming up.
Were our mics on that whole time?
Thanks for joining
And spilling
the Ghoul
Beans.